Just how difficult was it to negotiate a deal of this magnitude in the midst of the strangest spring in history?
It was complex. It was definitely complex. So, like as I shared, there were a lot of twists and turns, but really excited that we were able to get to the finish line. And I give Jose and Paul a ton of credit for making that happen.
When did you know you had it done?
We didn't get it done until like last night. So, I mean, there was a lot to do. I mean, we had the parameters in place when we left Chase Field that day. And then later that night, we kind of went back and forth on some additional details. So by the end of the day, what was that, last Tuesday, we felt that we had the parameters of the deal in place. But the details weren't finalized until yesterday.
How unusual is it to have a player like Jose for basically his whole career? I mean, it doesn't happen too often.
It doesn't happen too often in this game, and I think it takes both the strong desire from a player to want to make that happen, and then an ownership willing to make the substantial financial commitment to satisfy that on the other end. And in this case, we were able to get both of those to happen.
Whether it's Jose or anybody else, how often do you guys in the front office hear about the desire of a player to want to be here as long as Jose has expressed he wants to be here?
Jose's been really consistent from that. As I shared earlier, he had, was able to very clearly say what his objectives were. I want to retire in I want to retire in Cleveland. I want to have my jersey retired. I want to go to the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame representing Cleveland, and I want to win a World Series here. He was able to very clearly say those things specifically, which gives it some credibility. And I think most importantly, his actions support what he said.
Do you consider this maybe one of the defining moments of your career, signing a player like this?
Really haven't given that any thought. I'm just elated organizationally that we have one of the best players in baseball that chose to continue to stay with the organization.
When was the first time you saw Jose play? And what do you remember?
So probably 2013 or 14. He was a very slight second baseman with really, really good actions and great bat-to-ball skills. Had a pretty good swing, but didn't really drive the ball. I can't say that he's... one of the things that always did stand out about Jose was the way he played the game and his intelligence and how he always seemed to be in the right spot at the right time, doing those little things to help a team win a game. But it would be hard to say that we envisioned him becoming one of the best players in baseball for such a long period of time. I wish I could tell you that I could predict that, but I didn't.
Was he losing his helmet back then?
I don't recall, but I don't remember. He played the game really hard. The way you see him play now has been a trademark for him throughout his time in the minor leagues.
Do you remember when it crossed your mind that he could be going to Cooperstown?
At some point in the last couple of years, because again, I'm not sure, and I give Jose a ton of credit. It's one of the reasons why we talk all the time about not setting ceilings on players, because the reality is no one knows. And I think when you get the combination of skills that Jose has and the determination and passion for the game, those are all good ingredients to get the most out of someone's ability, and Jose is a great example of that.
So is the Quan extension coming soon?
It's been awesome to see the start to his career, so hopefully that continues.